If you've been to Fat Jimmy's Outfitters or Old Bedford Brewing Company lately, you may have noticed a unique new feature, an art installation that celebrates the business of bicycles, the result of a special collaboration between Perci Fungaroli and Haley Feaster.
When we first bought Fat Jimmy's, most of the staff was sent to Connecticut for a training on the Fit Machine. And the Fit Machine studio had lots of art with frames, with bike frames. And there was this coffee table that was done with, it was completely enclosed in glass, and it was all done with flip frames that were painted, you know, a matte black, and it was just absolutely stunning. So my husband and I have had it in our heads that we really, really wanted to do an art piece at Bedford to sort of commemorate the home of Cannondale and the bike assembly work done there. So coming upon Cannondale's 50th anniversary as a bicycle company, we decided now's the time. And we have all that beautiful, beautiful upward space, cubic space at Fat Jimmy's. It needed some art. And I started talking to Haley about it, about a year ago at least?
Yeah.
And then when COVID hit, everybody kind of went quiet, and then we needed something to take our, to put our efforts into that we could have some fun with. And so that was my vision, and then Haley ran with it.
The project kind of shifted from one idea in the very beginning. We at first thought it was going to be like an oval abstract piece that was welded together. And as I was brought in different contractors and different vendors to help me figure out how we were going to achieve this, it shifted from that to then maybe 3 different pieces. And then in the end, we went with a whole nother structure, shape, and assembly. So it was a challenging, for sure, project, but it was really fun through especially the pandemic to be able to put our heads together creatively with Perci and Jim and come up with this. And in the end, I just found a really great team. I actually brought in the contractors and our management who helped with next door. It got to be that big of a project that I brought in our old contractors, and they were awesome. So Ben and his brother Matt, and then our contractor Marge McGuire, and then Mallory Packman helped me as well, just put everything together. So we had a full team of about 7, I think, the day that we actually installed it. So it was a few working days assembling it, and then when we put it up, it was a great team. We had an electrician come in to put everything together as well. So yeah.
How would you describe the structure that you ended up with?
I would say it has a rectangle shape, like feel to it at this point, but with varying heights, and the bikes are all pointed different ways. So we were able to get creative with that.
Perci, where did all the bike frames come from?
When we bought the business from Jim Bittner, there was a stash of frames, as well as a lot of people put their frames in there. I know Mallory Rodman got a bike frame from her family just to put in the installation. The guys each put one of theirs in. So it was sort of a little bit of a sentimental, who all has their Cannondale bikes in the garage that they can come up with and get them in there.
Have you sent a picture of it to Cannondale? Do they know that this is?
They are coming in. The rep is coming in. They're coming in to take pictures, and then going to get it up to Cannondale corporate.
What does it feel like to have like this vision and idea and to see it come to fruition?
In my opinion, we look at our space, both Jimmy and I both look at our spaces as to be we're not there to sell something, we're also there to provide art, to provide thought for people to see something different and to experience something different. And it was the whole idea with the brewery and how do we make a brewery and a bike shop, and then we opened up the wall with Wholesome, and now we've got an art installation. It's more about an experience for shopping than it is just coming in to buy a bike or coming in to have your bike fixed.
I thought it was, in one word, it was really fun. Typically, if I'm doing an install, it's more just aesthetic, but for this, it was a threefold. It was incorporating a brand, it was something functional. We wanted it lit and putting off that ambiance, and then as well the art of it. So it was really fun.
And what kind of responses have you guys received from people who see it?
It's beautiful at night. When you're sitting in the brewery and it's dark and dusk and you have that light on, it is absolutely stunning. So yeah, we've gotten wonderful comments. Absolutely wonderful.
How about you, Haley? What have people told you?
Well, initially people were like, what? Like I would take them in to like find the right team to put it together, and we just basically had a pile of bike frames and forks, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a chandelier, and I would get people literally like looking at me like I had a second head. It was really funny. So finding the right team that didn't look at me that way was really important. And then now I've had different various people coming in for sure saying that was really cool. And then a social media response has been really positive as well. So that's been fun to share that.
So I guess the next question is, what's next? Do you see other things like this happening at Fat Jimmy's and other places in our community?
Well, I can tell you
so,
we're
yeah.
already collaborating on a Fat Jimmy's Johnstown piece. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I went in recently just to put a finishing touch on, and Jim had asked me about collaborating again in Johnstown. So I'm super excited, and again, love incorporating the brand in an artful way. So hopefully, yeah, more people want to do things like this.
Yeah.
Well, you did an excellent job, and thank you so much. I just can't wait
Thank you.
to see what you all do next.